Jesus was crucified at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning, somewhere around the 14th or 15th day of the month of Nisan. He was made to carry a wooden cross to Golgotha outside the city of Jerusalem before he was crucified. This was the Roman manner of punishment. A soldier would go before the criminal with a placard showing the crime committed. This placard would later be hung on the cross. The reason for Jesus' crucifixion was written out in Latin, Greek, and Hebrew.
Jesus' journey to Golgotha carrying cross. The Roman soldiers compel a man from Cyrene named Simon to help Jesus, who is very much exhausted. Jesus is crucified. Two bandits are crucified with him, one on his right and one on his left.
Not far from the walls of the old city, on Mount Zion, is the Church of St. Peter, which was erected as a reminder of Peter's denial of the Lord the night he was taken into custody by the city authorities. Today, part of a large underground chamber has been found beneath this church, and the place of this altar is thought to be in the area of the courtyard which existed alongside of vast housing projects in the days of Jesus. Many modern-day historians believe these caves, cut from rock, were used as temporary cells for criminals of that era. Before his trial, Jesus might have been thrown into these dark, wet rooms. The site of the guardhouse fortress or praetorium, where Pilate lodged during the season of Passover, was probably located on the grounds of this convent, known as the Sisters of Zion. Below the convent, there is a courtyard not far away from the Antonia fortress, which contained the Roman garrison. Some have suggested that the Antonia courtyard could be the pavement John referred to in his Gospel, where Pilate sat on the judgment seat and summoned Jesus to be brought to him. Dating back to the times of the Roman occupation, this street was the type Jesus would have walked on while making the journey along the way of the cross.
Freedom from sin is not possible without bloodshed. The question is, whose blood is to be shed? God was not pleased with the sacrificial blood of rams and calves, for they were ineffective in wiping out sin. Since man had sinned, human blood had to be shed. However, man was incapable of erasing any of his sinful deeds. Only God is capable of this, for He alone has the power to forgive sins. Therefore, it was required that God's blood be shed, and for this God had to become man. However, He had to be born sinless, for a sinner would be incapable of carrying and paying for the burden of sin. Only such a sinless man could bring to the world salvation and liberation from sin. Such was the sacrifice of Jesus on the cross.
They're dead.